Welcome back to the hot tub. Last time we didn't really do an intro just because we didn't know exactly what we were doing with the clip. We thought maybe we were just going to make a clip, but now we're doing these mini episodes.
Yeah, mini-sodes.
So yeah, welcome. We're just doing these mini episodes to recap one specific subject. Right now we're doing Big Brother, so we don't, clog up the regular episodes, and so we could be more on time.
Yeah.
And then also one thing I guess we can highlight for, I guess because you guys are the Big Brother watchers. So we're going to be talking mostly about the actual episodes and not the feeds because we just don't have the time to watch the feeds. We are in the subreddits though.
Yeah, we get a sense of what's going on in the feeds. And I disagree with a lot of it.
Yeah.
Even though you guys have the evidence and you say what's going on, I'm like, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Even though it did.
Yeah. And also I just feel like as someone who I've watched Big Brother for like most of my life at this point, I feel like what the Big Brother space is missing right now is the people just talking about the episodes.
Yeah.
Because that's been on the business side of Big Brother. The show hasn't been able to grow because it's become too inside baseball with all the discussion platforms with everyone.
There's a lot of reasons the show hasn't been able to grow.
Yeah.
I want to talk to a producer one time.
I know.
Just change this one thing. And I do, because I always think about that where I watched Big Brother because I married into it. You literally, when you started living with me, you're like, I got to watch this show. I'd heard of it. I remember it as when I'm in a hotel room as a kid, like I forget if it was MTV or something. At a certain point, at a certain hour, it'd say Big Brother After Dark. And I'm like, oh, that must be good stuff. And it was just a bunch of people in the house. Yeah. And I must have got tricked 5,000 times as a teenager in a hotel room.
Yes.
Not seeing naked people. And I just like, I don't know. I would not have watched this show had you not been like, I'm going to watch it. And then I get sucked in.
Yes.
So I want other people like me to watch the show.
Yeah, because as people where it's like, I've never really had a job that's allowed me the time to watch the feeds. Like it's impossible, unfortunately. Yeah. And I know a lot of people are like that. Like I know, like it's really weird to go from like the subreddits where it's like you're reading what the community is saying, the watchers, versus what usually the casual viewer is the majority. And we kind of need to talk as the casual viewer, I think. Because it is interesting how it's like, I mean, last season and the season before where it's like a player who was not loved in the feeds because they were seeing a different side of him ended up winning America's Favorite Player.
That happens every year.
Yeah. And so it's like, we are going to discuss it for the majority. And like even last week when we were talking about Ashley's shower gate or whatever, people were like, well, actually it turned out it was only a 15-minute shower. It was only a 30-minute shower. And I was like, yes, but the rest of the house thought it was a 90-minute shower. And that's how the cut went. So that's what we're going to discuss is how the house perceived it and how the producers cut it.
Yes.
So as much as it's like, yes, we are in the subreddits and we are reading a lot, we are going to be discussing mostly just the episodes. We
basically know a gist of everything that's happening. We're going to go over the main points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's discuss. So we're going to be going through episode 5 through 8 today.
Yes.
Let's just do a quick recap.
So just a quick recap. Okay, so Jimmy won HOH last week.
Yes, and he nominated Adrian, Kelly, and Keanu.
Keanu used his special power to have a BB legend play in the veto competition for him. It turned out to be Casey, and Casey actually ended up winning.
Yeah, so she was able to pull Keanu off of the block.
And when Jimmy was finding the replacement nominee, Kelly also pulled herself off the block using her special power, meaning that Jimmy had to nominate 2 more people, meaning that he basically ended up having to piss off 5 people instead of the usual 2 in previous BB seasons.
So then Jimmy ended up having to renominate 2 more people, which were Amy and Will.
Yes. Then Adrian won the BB Blockbuster.
And then Amy got voted out unanimously.
Then Lauren won the HOH.
And again nominated was Kelly, Keanu, and Will.
And by the way, she nominated Kelly because for the 3rd week in a row, Kelly said, nominate me.
Yeah. Okay. My note for Kelly just this week is the only thing I wrote down.
Sorry, you have 1 note for her?
Yes.
Only 1?
I have 1 note for her.
Okay.
Kelly,
a general. Yeah.
Kelly, stop. Kelly, stop everything you're doing. Stop.
I have 1 note for you. Stop. Yeah. Just stop.
I literally was like, I don't even know how to analyze her gameplay anymore because I can't get into her head. I don't understand.
What gameplay? What? She's not playing a game.
She's so anxious when she's on the block, but she's so eager to go on the block.
She's cool as a cucumber. She's cool as a cucumber the second she's off the block. She's like, yeah, I can't be stopped.
Does she feel does she kind of need to feel does she not feel like she's playing the game unless she's either winning or nominated somewhere? Does she feel like, shit, I have to be somewhere in this game? I'm
not saying I'm an empath, but I can empathize with most people in most situations they're in. I've learned I literally cannot empathize with her because I'm like, I don't know how she feels about anything.
No.
How are you feeling? I feel like if I watched her eat food, I couldn't tell if she thought it was good or not.
Yeah.
Because she might go, and you're like, oh, it's bad. She's like, oh, it's the best food I've ever had.
Yeah.
What is her deal?
I don't know. I do not understand what's going on. She cannot keep anything to herself. Like the jokes she make are not landing, and it's very like putting a target on. I don't know. And I don't know why she feels safe enough to be like, yeah, put me on the block. Is it because she's come off already a couple times? Like,
can we talk about what she said to Will in the thing that I saw? Where basically, so this was like 2 weeks ago on the feeds. Will said to Kelly, who do you think is the really which players do you think are really popular right now at home for the people watching TV? And she just goes, probably Jimmy. People love queer people. And Will just goes, can't say that.
Yeah.
Can't say that. Like, I have it was such a father. Nope. Can't say that. Don't say that.
Like, honestly, they should be a duo. Like, honestly, Will should kind of adopt Kelly just to be like, you need an adult in your life right now.
So that's one of the things I actually wanted to talk about. That's one of the things I want to talk about this week. There's a lot to talk about. But Will, I think you obviously don't really sports bet but you do sports bet through me. We always pick names and stuff, and it's fun. We've talked about that on the regular pod. But if I had to guess who will not win, I'd put all of my money on Will, because every year there's a Will, an older person. There's a lot of older people, but the older person who cannot communicate with the younger people.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
It's a very tough spot to be in. Last year, I think it was the guy named Kenny.
Yeah. Yes. He was my God.
Retired police officer.
Yeah. Was it last season or the season before?
I think it was last season.
Yeah. Because he went home like third, and he basically self-evicted.
He realized like day 2, I have no idea what these guys are saying.
And he just was like, I'm not sure if I want to be here. Like at the second he was in the house, he was like, I kind of miss my kids. And it was like,
I think he realized it was summer and he has young children. He's like, I'm missing the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they basically were like trying to convince him to stay in the house. They were like, dude, like, what is this? And eventually he just went home. And everyone kind of was like, is this like a mercy killing?
It really was. He was kind of like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But every year there's somebody like him. And then, because Angela wasn't the case. Angela's just a special case. Felicia, it sort of worked for Felicia.
Yeah.
Because she could still like, she was so mature that she became almost like funny.
Yes.
It was more like talking to your funny like grandma.
She kind of was like, it's a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But every year there's these like you explained to me when we started watching the show, you're like, okay, so basically there's 3 aspects to the game. There's obviously a physical threat, a mental threat, because half of the games are memorization, and then social threat.
Yeah.
The people like Will, the old people who cannot communicate, have 0.
Yeah.
And they don't even have like allies who are like, well, I gotta protect. No, nobody's really friends with him.
I know. And it makes me feel bad. Because like even this past week when Lauren put him up, he kind of was like, why? Like, he's like, why do you have to keep doing this to me? And it's like, and it's like on her end, it's like, well, it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm like, okay. And honestly, I do want to talk about Lauren. So
let's talk about Lauren.
I feel like everyone's giving her a really hard time.
They are.
Like everyone's kind of like, oh, well, she lets other people make decisions for her and this and that. And like, yeah, her nominations were pretty boring in terms of the game.
Yeah.
But also it's like, she's playing it safe. They've only been in the house for 2 weeks. Like there's only so many like targets. And if she kind of steps outside of that box, then she's putting herself on the target list and she's ruffling feathers. Like it just, while it's really early, and when it's early, you should play safe, even though it's boring. I feel like people are giving her way too hard of a time. I
think that there's also a real dynamic that, again, happens every year, where every year there's kind of like 2 younger, pretty girls.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the worst case scenario for Lauren, where she's naturally a very nice person.
Yeah.
Catherine's a bitch. Like Catherine will say to your face, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it hits, and sometimes you're like, why are you being mean? You're just being mean at that point. Lauren is so juxtaposed, she's so different from Catherine that I think people think they can kind of walk all over her.
Yeah.
Because compared to Catherine, you can.
Yeah, I think people are just like, oh, well, then this is going to be Catherine's HOH. And it's like, not really. Like,
yeah, meanwhile, it kind of sounded like Lauren was like, I might nominate Catherine.
Yeah, I think she kind of was like, I don't want to be looped in with her. Like, no. Which I get, where you're like, I don't want everyone to think that's like, I'm her dog. Like, you know, like, was it last season was Mackenzie? Like it was like everyone just gave Mackenzie a hard time. They're like, she's not playing her own game or whatever, and she ended up losing. Like, and
well, she ended up losing in the funniest circumstance.
She lost but also
her the way she lost, baby.
I know, it was terrible.
Could be like an Aesop's fable.
Like, no, yeah,
where it's like, learn your lessons, everyone.
Yeah, but also I did kind of respect that she was like, if I just take Cam to the end, I win, and she's like, but Chelsea kind of deserves second place or first place. It was like a weird deserving thing where it was like, even though it was so stupid of her, I did kind of respect the morality of it.
I mean,
and it's like, that's not the point of the game. It's not the point of the game. The point of the game is to win. But I was kind of like game sees game, and I appreciate that.
I would have said this because the difference is Xavier, when Xavier won, he didn't bring Kylant.
That
to me was way more of a dick move. Where I was like, you're kind of a dick for it. You guys had this agreement. You were the final two. And Kylant would have brought you, and he would have.
Yeah.
I don't think
Chelsea would have taken her.
Chelsea would not have taken Mackenzie.
No, I don't think so.
She did it out of like some weird like social pressure thing where it's just like, again, it could have been Aesop's fable. It could have been like the was it the scorpion that bit the frog or something?
Yeah.
It was like, now you learn. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
But for Lauren, at least, I do think it's like, it's early in the game. She should play it safe. So even though it's like, it's boring, it's like, no, I get it.
I don't think anybody, you're so right, because I think if, Kelly, just forget, every time we talk about these nominees, I'm not including Kelly in my thoughts.
Yeah.
Kelly's a whole other space. But if Will or Keanu win HOH, I don't think either of them are pissed at Lauren.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's really upset with her.
It is what it is.
It just sort of is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. A big part of the last episode, the latest episode, where Lauren won the HOH and then she nominated people, was Mickey with her
power. She hasn't used her power yet.
Just to remind everyone, so her special power is she can become the HOH. She can play her power and automatically become the HOH if and only if the current HOH cannot guess who used the power.
Yeah.
Which is why last week when she shared that she had this power with Morgan.
Yes, Morgan.
We were like, why are you doing that?
Well, no. So I have opposite feelings on her.
Yeah.
She might be one of my favorites this week, even though.
I like her.
Yeah. So I really like Mickey because she, in my opinion, so she's in a 3-person alliance with, it's her, Morgan, and Jimmy. And then she immediately clocked that Jimmy was not trustworthy and that they were not. And so she kind of clocked that and decided she wasn't going to share the fact that she had a power with Jimmy, even though they're working closely together. I kind of like that. I was like, she's being observant and she's very smart. She only told Morgan.
But that's why I'm upset, because you trust Morgan, and she's right. She should trust Morgan. Mm-hmm. But Morgan's also in this alliance with Jimmy. Who's to say Morgan? Like, you just don't know people this early.
No, but also I think they were on the same page.
Yeah.
And I think you kind of need to tell one person, because I think
otherwise it eats you.
You kind of need to weigh the options with people.
Yeah.
So my one thing with Vicky this week was she needs to be able to handle paranoia, because
my God, she's paranoid.
She was very paranoid this week.
Yes.
But hopefully this will be like the first time where she didn't know. She's like, shit, should I play my power or should I hold it? Like, that whole thing. And so she was trying to tell if Lauren was going to nominate her or not. Yeah. And she was acting really paranoid about that. And that would have raised my flags if I were Lauren.
Yeah.
But somehow she skated past and was not on the list of potential nominees. And so it was smart for her not to play the power yet.
And from a strategic standpoint, she's right. She has to play the power before nominees, because if she gets nominated and then plays the power,
then they'll know it's her.
The person basically has at least a 1 in 3 chance of guessing who it is, because why would a non-nominee play the power? So,
but I'm like, I do really like Mickey, because I do think that she is being observant, and I think she's
good.
Yeah. She can kind of tell who she can trust. And I think people kind of trust her naturally too.
Yeah. And I'm sure for the feed watchers, there's a reason why she's paranoid to an extent.
Maybe.
The reason why I brought her up though was because I don't think she's a dumb player whatsoever.
No.
I do think she said the dumbest thing I've ever heard
in
Big Brother history. So this is a very dumb player season between Kelly, who again, I don't think, as of now, if she goes on for another 5 weeks, I think she'll have the crown for dumbest player in the history of Big Brother. I don't think it'll be close.
Yeah.
She'll be Michael Jordan's debatable. I think it's the Wayne Gretzky with Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
But there's not even a close second. Dumbest player in history. Keanu and Ashley are really competing now, trying to be the Ryan Lochte, trying to be the Gordie Howe, the Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
Sports.
Ashley just seems like she's never lived with people in her life. I think everyone's just like, she seems very inconsiderate.
She does seem...
How is she a lawyer is my question.
She does seem a bit like she's in one of those movies where an alien is pretending to be a human.
Yes.
Where she'll just kind of come in beaming.
Yes.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, no, because that is like on Reddit, like where I've seen a lot of like the clips where I'm like, everyone just seems to be like, Ashley's just incredibly inconsiderate, not cleaning up after herself, and like I don't, and then like her asking Lauren how much she weighed was very weird, like just stuff like that. And obviously the whole shower thing or whatever.
Her asking Lauren how much she weighed is weird. Her response is even weirder.
Yeah, she's like, oh, so that means I'm fat because you're taller than me and I'm like the same weight as you. I don't know. Very just weird stuff.
Yeah, what?
But also, okay, you know what? Speaking of Ashley, why did she take Keanu being like, I'm going to pick you all off one by one so personally? This is the game. She acted like he like pointed at her and was like, Ashley, you're next. It was the way she acted was like, so insane. And it was like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have said that. But also, everyone knows his position in the house. His back's against the wall. Yeah. He's going to keep being put up week after week. And so, yeah, if I were him, I'd probably lash out too and be like, I'm going to come after you guys.
Well, I was going to, that's actually, thank you for bringing that up because that's actually basically what I was going to say. It's like, okay, so we have the dumbest people, the dumbest things people could say. Yeah. And it happens once, usually it happens once a season. But this season, it's already happened like 3 times in 3 weeks where somebody gets nominated and before the veto ceremony, before anything, stands up and then just threatens the HOH, or before they're even nominated, says, if you nominate me, or like, I'm gunning for you next week. Or what Ashley said.
Yeah, Ashley was like, I'm coming for you. But I cut you off about the Mickey thing. Sorry, I tangented.
Oh, so Mickey said, paranoid as hell, like literally she's shaking, says to Lauren, for nominees, I think it'd be best to honor the previous HOH's wishes and nominate who he was trying to get out. In what? First of all,
like this is a true line of succession.
Yeah, like this, like the previous. When you're HOH, you're the king.
Yeah,
and it's really what is right and what is just.
Yeah,
as if that's even a part of your thought process in Big Brother. And, like it was so off-putting. I get why they put it in the episode because they're like, what?
Yeah, it was so weird.
Honor your father's wishes.
Yeah. Besides that, though, I like Mickey, but I'm just really hoping she gets her paranoia under control.
I think she will. I think there's something we're missing. I think there's a moment that we're missing that she got with Lauren.
I think not even just that, but I think she thinks that she was like bunched in with like Amy and Rachel or whatever. So she's like, shit, am I next? Like, am I an option? Because but it's just easier or whatever. So maybe that's why. And also she's like, shit, do I have to play my power now or not? Like, am I going to waste it? And so, I don't know.
Keanu is also, I'm sorry, because like I'm rooting for him because I'm rooting against Jimmy because I think Jimmy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But Keanu,
he's losing me a little bit.
My God, is he just digging a deeper hole basically Jimmy's just, he's punching him in the face and then giving him a shovel and then Keanu digs a hole with the shovel.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's very,
when he stood up and he said, I'm coming for everyone here, it's like,
it's not good, but I do understand. So I think
I get where,
no, like Keanu is, I have a hard time forming an opinion about him because one, he's not going about this smartly. But on the other hand, I do kind of feel like he's being bullied and like
he is.
Like he kind of was just picked by Jimmy. And so suddenly he became the house target. And it's kind of like Jimmy's like throws a rock. And then when Keanu goes, what the fuck? They're like, why are you acting like that? And it's like kind of whatever Keanu does is wrong. And so I think he's getting over time more and more frustrated. So I do feel really bad about that.
That's why I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. But I also at the same time, I'm like, he isn't acting correctly. It's like, even when he was talking to Lauren, he like sat on her bed to talk with her, which like, okay, cool. And then when she kind of was like turning away because she didn't like want to look right at him when he was like asking like, you shouldn't put me up or whatever.
Yeah.
He then kind of got up and like was scooching closer to her. And it's like, that's where it's kind of like that's kind of like the social, you gotta read the social cues a little bit. Like, don't do that. That felt really intense. And so he does a lot of that stuff. I don't know. I have a really hard time because he's not acting right, but I do kind of feel like he's being like persecuted for reacting when people throw the first stone.
This'll every week while Keanu's still in the house, may it be forever. I will,
or not, or just until after Jimmy. I just want to outlast Jimmy, and then he can go home.
I will continue to bring up the as a large masculine man perspective. Keanu is really bringing terrible energy. Yeah. He's doing a lot of things that you learn you cannot do. He cannot get too close first. Yeah. Get close to him. Like he puffs his chest a little bit too much. He responds always like with slight little physical triggers. Yeah. Where because he's so much larger and stronger than everyone in the house, you're even without realizing it, like the hair on your neck kind of stands up. Yeah. Because, this person might attack. Yeah. He's really quick to do everything. Yeah. And it's like I told you this, I I told you the story of one time I was in high school and I was walking and I was like, I had torn my shoulder a few months before and I was trying to see if I could throw a ball. So I mimicked throwing a ball. And I didn't realize that there were a bunch of people who were looking at me like far away. And they all like scattered.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything in my hand. But it's kind of like that. Like he kind of always looks like he's about to do something. And I think that like even without saying it, a lot of people are uneasy around him and have been from the start.
And it's like his energy is getting worse, I think, because he's being beaten down. It's like his energy is going to continue to get worse. And so it's kind of a ticking time bomb, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I do feel bad here and there for Keanu. I just wanted to outlast Jimmy and then I'm like, okay, he can go home.
Absolutely.
Because it is funny where it's like, yeah, he's a big guy, but I don't think he's really going to win a lot of competitions.
He'll win zero. There's no competitions that are how much can you lift.
No.
There's zero.
But it's like, oh, he looks like a threat. So people are like, he's a threat. It's like, I don't think he's really going to win anything. Like it's kind of.
Like it's a speed agility physical challenge because otherwise it's not fair.
Yeah.
You can't be like, hey, Ava, to win this one, you have to pick up 200 pounds.
Yeah.
No, it's never going to be the competition.
And also it wasn't fair. Like I love Rachel, but it really wasn't fair. But she's playing her character of when she was asking him about her season. Like, what do you know? And he was like, oh yeah, I saw this fight and this fight you got into. And she's like, you are like starting drama with me. I was like,
that was an overreaction by her, but I was also like, Keanu, what are you doing?
But also he said he only watched the highlights. He didn't watch her season. And those are the highlights of her season, or her arguing with everyone.
But those are the lowlights of her. She mentions the lowlights of, he just mentions all the clapbacks against her.
Yeah.
He doesn't mention any of her clapbacks.
Yeah.
That's just.
And also I heard he was casted. He didn't.
Yeah, I think
I don't think he's ever watched the show. I don't think he applied. I think he was casted. And so it's like, yeah, he doesn't really know everything.
I mean, he's brought drama, but I'm wondering from the casting directors, why'd you cast him?
Yeah, I think they just were like, oh, he's interesting. I think they were trying to even out a lot of stuff.
There's just so many interesting people.
And also like how we were kind of talking about the ungrowingness of Big Brother.
Yes.
The people who are now applying to be on Big Brother, we're all kind of becoming a one type of person. Like everyone's a super fan, like, which is like, yeah, if you go on the show, you're probably a super fan because people aren't going on it now.
It's why the BB Blockbuster is the best addition.
Absolutely.
To the thing. And there's still more additions that they could do, slight tweaks. But Big Brother also does have the issue that Major League Baseball has. I know I bring everything up to sports. If you listen to the regular podcast too, you're probably like, Jesus Christ, Jack. But Major League Baseball has an issue where they play way too many games.
Yeah.
Games are too long. It's too much baseball.
Yeah.
They can never change because the majority of hardcore baseball fans like me are huge nerds who love statistics and records. And the second you manipulate how many games are put in the season or how long games are and stuff, you're messing with records because now how many home runs, who hits the most home runs in the season, it changes. It gets harder or easier. Big Brother fans are the same way. It's a level of nerddom that unless you're a part of it, you're like, what the hell are these people talking about? If they change too much, they're going to get a lot of flack from the diehards.
Yeah, especially when it's like they're not growing. Like it's like, baseball's not growing.
Baseball's not growing. They're making slight changes.
Yeah, like the clock thing was great for baseball. Like, stuff like that. But you have to make changes.
The number one way for them to grow, and they do know this, is to literally have as many games. 81 games. Big Brother, it's the same thing. My advice to Big Brother producers, though, the diehards will still watch.
Yeah.
Make the changes, get more people in. Just because it's not exactly what they were used to, that's okay. Yeah. They'll get used to it.
I think the quiet hero of the week actually was Adrian. He pulled himself off with the Blockbuster. Sorry. BB Blockbuster. Yeah. So Adrian, when he pulled himself off, it's like, yeah, he's a competitor. Yes. He's smart. It's so funny where it's like, no, his type, that's the physical threat, where it's the agility, it's the speed, he's clearly very smart. It's like, no, those are the threats. And he's also really liked. He doesn't cause waves. He kind of was
he knows the game.
He was kind of like, okay, I'll go up on the block, even though obviously he didn't want to. Like, he's not going to fight with you on it. Like, he's playing very smart.
He's a genuinely nice person. Yeah. That's why I had that written down. I think he might be, it's early, the best Big Brother player I've ever seen.
It's really early, but
I'm saying this as an early hot take.
Yes.
Because like Tucker, best competition player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But he was so rogue that it was fun. But because of that, he ended up losing. Adrian has a fantastic social game where he's not going overboard like Jimmy or anybody like that, but he's in the mix. People talk to him. Unbelievable at competitions. And he's really smart. Yeah. And usually it's like, what's annoying is you want somebody who's really good at one of those to win. Yeah. It's like the best physical threat or the best social threat or whatever. The winner, the perfect player is somebody who has a little bit of all three. And I think at least for this year, he seems to be that player.
Yeah. And I want him to keep kind of laying low because I don't want people to really catch on to that.
Oh yeah.
So who's your favorite player this week?
My favorite's Adrian. I love that guy. He seems so nice. He seems so genuine. And you saw me watching the BB Blockbuster. I was like really nervous.
Yeah.
And then in hindsight, looking at who he was competing against, I was like,
yeah, he's going to win.
If he didn't win, he should go home.
Yeah.
Buddy. But also it's like, he seems to want it more than anyone. He like really needs this.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, he's got a lot going. And then I think my favorite this week, besides the paranoia, is Mickey, just because I think she's being observant and kind of quiet.
Yeah.
But besides the paranoia thing, like I hope she can get past that because I think she's going to be a really smart player socially, especially moving forward. So I'm going to put her at my number one this week, even though she has her flaws.
Yeah.
Who's your least favorite?
My least favorite is Ashley. Every time they cut to the diary room, she says something that is so absurd and so like out of touch.
Yeah.
Like about how somebody's pissing her off and so she's going after them. And it's like, you were just so not in the game.
Yeah.
You were not a factor whatsoever. You were here as long as you were useful until they're like, just cut her.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's working with Ashley. The one person that was Amy. She's gone.
I think my least favorite this week is Kelly, just because it's like, girl, Kelly, I don't understand a single one of her moves. I really wanted to like her. I really wanted to root for her, but she's like her own biggest enemy.
Yes.
It's like watching a car crash. It's really tough.
It's watching a car crash.
And I feel bad for Vince. Like he kind of hitched his wagon to her because now he's kind of like, he like kind of has to do the damage control for her.
You know what? To be fair, 2 hours into the week or the show starting, Vince was like, "You seem kind of normal." He didn't know. It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours in.
He didn't know she was going to trip.
Calling it right now. He's not going to send her home, but he is not loyal to her.
No. The second he sees his chance to be like, okay, I can cut her loose, he is.
Oh no, she went home.
But I think that's the hot tub for this week.
Yeah.
Because the next episodes aren't until Wednesday, Thursday.
Perfect.
So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. So yeah, I guess this will probably be like a Monday, Tuesday type show.
Yeah. Go well. Love you. Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Godspeed, Paloma. Godspeed.